So Infinity Ward recently added the Dragon's Breath rounds for the R9 shotgun into Modern Warfare, which you can unlock via challenge. The challenge says that you need to get to 10 kills while sliding. Sounds easy, I'll show you how to get it even easier if you stay tuned, and then I'll show you some gameplay of the Dragon's Breath 12 gauge incendiary ammo. It is very cool, it helps you get lots more kills, it's a really awesome addition to the setup. So, like I say, I'm going to quickly explain the challenge, give you the best class setup and the game modes for this, and then some quick tips to help you get the challenge done even faster. So make sure you stick around until the end of the video so you don't miss out on any important tips. And if you haven't unlocked the Dragon's Breath rounds for the other shotguns already, because that's different challenges for those ones, then make sure you check out my very popular guide. I'll leave a link in the description and I'll have a card on screen for that as well. So make sure you check that out if you haven't unlocked Dragon's Breath rounds for those weapons as well. And if you find the guide useful, make sure to leave a like on the video, it really helps me out. And feel free to subscribe so you're up to date with my latest Modern Warfare videos. Cheers guys, and let's get into the video. So luckily for this challenge, all the kills can be gotten in a single match, which makes it a lot easier and quicker compared to previous challenges where you'd have to do it in lots of different matches. So the class setup I'd recommend is obviously the R9 shotgun for the primary, on which I'd put the choke muzzle, and this gives you a tighter pellet spread and increased damage range. It helps to be more accurate with your shots and do more damage. I'd then put on the forged tack sentry barrel. This increases the damage range again and gives a tighter pellet spread again. It helps with the same thing basically. Then I put on a 5mW laser, and this increases the hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. I'll explain a little bit how to actually go about the sliding kills and why the hip fire accuracy is important. And then on top of this, I'd put on the sleight of hand perk where you can reload faster, and then finally I'd put on the slug rounds for the ammo, and this increases the damage range. For the secondary, I'd leave it, I wouldn't put on anything. And then for the perks, I'd put on double time in perk 1, which doubles the duration of tactical sprint, and it also increases your movement speed by 30%, so you can sprint towards the enemies faster, and you can move faster if you're crouching as well. For the second perk, I'd put on high alert. This allows your vision to pulse when enemies outside of your field of view can actually see you, so it helps you not to get shot in the back. And then for the third perk, I'd put on tracker, where you can see enemy footsteps, you can follow them around and get more kills more easily. So what about the equipment then? So for the lethal, I'd just ignore it, don't put anything. For the tactical, I'd put on a stun grenade. It's not imperative, but it can be useful, so you can use that to throw it at the enemies and stun them. It slows their movement and it's easier to kind of slide up to them and then shoot them obviously. For the field upgrades, I'd put on dead silence, as this gives you quiet footsteps and you can run faster towards the enemies. But you could also put on something like stopping power if you wanted to, but I'd recommend dead silence I think. For the modes, if you're playing multiplayer, obviously the shoot the ship playlist is around for a while. That's the easiest way to do it by far in my opinion, but if that's not around, you can go on any other kind of face-off mode or close quarter combat mode such as free-for-all. Hardcore is ideal for this as the enemies have less health and it's easier to hip fire or kill them while sliding, so I'd recommend hardcore if you can, but if not, obviously stick with core if you want to, but hardcore is ideal. So what's my strategy then? So what you need to do obviously to get these sliding kills is you need to sprint, and then while you're sprinting press the crouch button once and it will put you into that sliding animation where you slide along the floor, and while you're in that slide animation you need to get a kill. If you do that correctly, you'll get something called a low blow medal, and if you see the low blow medal, which is where you get a kill while you're sliding, you know you've done it correctly. So you basically need to get 10 low blow medals, and it will appear on screen once you've got the kill, so you know you've done it correctly. And what you need to do is you need to go to high flow areas of the map with enough space to run or slide up to them. There's no point doing it in very tight corridors or small spaces because you need enough space to sprint and then break into that slide. If you're on shipment, this can work, and obviously if you're on shoot house, that will work as well. They've got lots of long lanes, so use those to your advantage. And you can consider changing the slide button if you guys want to the analog stick, which basically is where if you go to the menu, you change the button layout to tactical, it will swap the melee button and the crouch button. If you're on PlayStation, it would be the circle would originally be the crouch, but then they'd switch that to the knife button, the R3 button basically. I normally have this as my settings anyway, I find it more useful, so but it's easier to slide like that, so feel free to change it around just for this challenge if you want to, but obviously if you're not used to it, I do understand. It's up to you guys, but it can make it easier to crouch or slide. And this challenge should unlock easily, but if not, check your progress in game by going to the menu, clicking edit on your class, selecting the gunsmith for the R90, and then clicking on the ammunition attachment tab and hovering over the Dragon's Breath rounds to see how many kills out of 10 you have gotten. So that's it, it's a fairly straightforward challenge. If you've got any other tips, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Do you guys enjoy these Dragon Breath rounds? Personally, I find them really useful. Hopefully you'll see that in the gameplay. They're really good at getting enemies. So if you found this challenge useful, I'd really appreciate if you guys leave a like on it just to let me know. And like I say, feel free to subscribe with your post notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any upcoming Modern Warfare or Warzone videos of mine, or even Black Ops Cold War videos. So cheers guys for watching, thank you so much, appreciate all the support, and hopefully I'll see you all on the next one.